Assalamu alaikum. This afternoon, we're going to have a talk by Mamoon Al-Azami. The topic is community service in Islam. So, Mr. Mamoon Al-Azami is the Community Development Program of IIIT of USA, but now he stays in London. So, without further delay, I'd like to pass the mic to Brother Mamoon. Please, tafadhal.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. My brothers and I don't see any sister at the moment. So I just say to all of you, Assalamu alaikum. And maybe
Walaikum
sisters
salam.
who will watch in future, I also say Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Salam.
Okay, so community service, you know that this is something to serve others. It's a central plank of Islam. And I will show you from Quran and Hadith that it is an instruction from Allah and Rasul to serve others. And to serve, you can see a picture on the one side is serve the elderly, they need more support. And the poor, the another picture is the spreading of hand asking for help. So this is another symbol of serving the community. And inshallah, after I present, we have from Cambodia, Brother Peace Muslim. He has been involved in community service, and I hope that you will share your community service experience as others should do the same, inshallah. So here is the content. There are 5 contents here. So I usually start with Quran and Hadith quotation, then also experts or scholars from around the world, the famous quotations from them. And then I go into the topic of social service. Already the social service is the basis, or community service is the basis of the quotations. So what is the community service and why this is crucial for NGOs, Muslim NGOs to do it, and how it should be delivered. Okay, here is Surah Baqarah verse 277, talks about those who believe. لَيْسَ الْبِرَّ أَن تُوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ قِبَلَ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ is the starting. You can see it's a big verse, verse number 177. And it says that piety, righteousness is not that you turn faces towards Allah. East or west means towards Qibla for prayer. But then it says the true righteousness is the faith, believe in Allah, the last day, the angels, book, the book of Quran and the prophets. And then says after having faith, the action starts with the society in terms of serving the communities, serving the society. So give wealth in spite of love for it to relatives, orphans, needy, traveler, and those who ask for help, and freeing up slaves or those who are in debt. So that means, and then it goes into the prayers and zakah. So you can see in this verse, Allah is giving priority to serving the people in need before prayer and zakah and other things to be done. So this is the first most important verse, and it starts with لَيْسَ الْبِرَّ أَن تُوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ قِبَلَ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ وَلَكِنَّ الْبِرَّ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, and it continues. Okay. Also from Quran, the righteous people give food in spite of love for it to the needy, the orphan, the captive. And then they say, we feed you only for the sake of Allah, and we do not wish any reward from you or even gratitude. So it's actually Surah Insan or Surah Dahar. It says, إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ لَا نُرِيدُ مِنْكُمْ جَزَاءً وَلَا شُكُورًا. We are feeding you only for the sake of Allah. We don't want any reward in return, any return on it, or even to say thank you. That I do not want, because I want to do it for Allah. Okay. And also Allah says, whoever kills an innocent human being, it is as if he has killed all humanity. And whoever saves a life, then it is as if he has saved the whole humanity. So this is where the criminals who commit crime and killing in the name of Islam is completely violating this verse. Because we cannot kill an innocent person. Even guilty person you cannot kill. It is only the government who can kill, if that's the law. Okay, so this is important because the second part is we save a person. Otherwise, some people will die of hunger or disease. So we have a duty there. It is Quranic order to serve these people. Also, Quranic verse, serve Allah and join no partners with him, and do ihsan to parents, meaning to be extra kind to parents, and then kinfolk, their relatives, orphans, those in need, neighbors who are near and neighbors who are not near, meaning near neighbors and far neighbors, stranger neighbors because they're far, the companions by your side, the wayfarer, the travelers you meet on the way. And what your right hand possesses is servants and slaves. So this is all these people, they need service, and this is command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, this is last slide on Quran. It says, O mankind, Ya ayyuhal insan, ittaqullaha. Then I can't remember the verse. This is who created you from one soul and created in its mate. That means it's a reminding that our origin is the same. All humanity originate from one parents, Adam and Hawa. And then Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I did not create jinn and humanity except that they worship me, obey me. They only listen to me and they don't obey anybody else. Then the believers are brothers, so make settlement between your brothers. So this means this: if there is any conflict, any crisis, any relationship problems, then it is our duty to build that relationship back. So this is Quran ordering the serving of humanity, serving of community. Hadith, it says, the Messenger of Allah said, one who strives to help a widow or the poor is like one who struggles in the cause of Allah, meaning they are doing jihad. Those who are in the battlefield, them and those who help the widow and poor are the same. And this is whoever fulfilled, if we help the needy Muslim brother, then Allah will bring him out of discomfort on the day of judgment. So this is another hadith. Then best people are those who bring benefit to other people. Khairun nas man yanfa'un nas. This is a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that those who bring benefit to other people, they help other people, then they are the best people. Another hadith, not to turn away a poor man, even if all you can give is half a date. That means I don't have much. I have one date, I can give half a date and I can eat other half. So the message is that whatever I can do, I do, even if it is little. So this means then again, it will benefit us in Akhirah. There is a saying that in a Muslim said, a quotation, I didn't bring that, when we give money to the poor, we make their dunya, but taking the money from us, they make our Akhirah, they build our Akhirah. We build their dunya, they build our Akhirah. Now this is very important about equality of humanity. It says God is one and your forefather meaning Adam alayhi salam is one. This is hadith. Okay. So an Arab is not better than a non-Arab. A non-Arab is not better than an Arab. So that means A red person is not better than a black person, and a black person is not better than a red person. So this means the equality of humanity in Islam. Let's look at 5 uh, comments. Einstein says the only life lived in the service of others is worth living. In other words, the real contribution, a real life for us is that we serve others. Another scholar's quote, service to others is the rent you pay. This Muhammad Ali, boxer Muhammad Ali, says service to others is the rent you pay for the room here on earth. Living in this world, the rent is to pay by serving others. Gandhi is very good, globally known as one of the best persons to use words to guide people. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. So forget yourself in the service of others. Another scholarly quotation, the purpose of life is not to be happy, but it is to be useful, honorable, compassionate, and make some difference to others, meaning make a benefit to others. The purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion and the whiff of help others, to help others. This is another scholar. These are the 5. Why is it important? Community service or social service, I can say community service, because what is it? Service to solve problems and raise quality of life for all people, personal life, socio-economic life, political life and welfare. Supporting individuals, families, social and religious organizations when they face conflict or crisis or relationship problems. That help is serving the community. Helping hand during emotional and psychological distress, giving hope and confidence to cope. So a lot of people suffer. There are millions of people who are taking mental health medicines in this country, in UK. This is Islam, when you have faith. When we have faith, we have prayer, charity, fasting, and Hajj. And then they have impact. Hajj is unity, prayer is spiritual power, charity is economic power, and fasting is personal piety. So that brings human welfare, and then we provide social welfare, spiritual welfare, and political welfare to people. You can see there are 8 dimensions of welfare. So if you go from emotional, financial, social, spiritual, occupational, that's job, physical, intellectual, and environmental. Okay. A community, a good, healthy community has all these benefits, all these equally available to all. I'm not going to read all that because they need food, shelter, health, education, justice, all those things are added here. The community to be empowered in these areas: awareness, education and training, network strengthening, that's relationship, network between people, relationship, development of strength. Social capital means the capacity of individuals to do something for the community, strengthening the capacity of professional capacity and recognition. These are each community. This is community empowerment that will bring about the community at an equilibrium. Why this is crucial for the NGOs? This is because it's a command of Allah to serve the community. It's order of the Prophet ﷺ too. And if I give service to the needy, I feel happy. It says that if you want to be happy, make someone happy. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, upper hand is better than lower hand, meaning the giver is better than the taker. Helping people will promote peace and harmony in society. And then I said not helping, the impact of not helping will mean suffering of people, which may be harmful to the society. Not serving the needy may create social conflict, or it may cause social chaos. And it will certainly lead to divine punishment, because we had the ability to help the community, we didn't. Okay, how it should be done? These are the basic. We do survey of what the society needs, where are the needy people, and then we assess what needs are the most important. Let's say one person has no food, but 10% has no shelter. So which one is more important? So we have to prioritize like that. And what is important and urgent, and what are the urgent and important needs and numbers, how many people are affected. We identify a list of volunteers who can provide the service. We check if the group has capacity to deliver what we are planning to deliver. We prepare a project so this group will deliver. And we validate by consulting the stakeholders so that the project can be improved. Then we look for funding. Then we monitor so that we are making progress in delivering the service, and we evaluate how much we have achieved against objectives we set. These are the ways of delivering service to the community in the form of structured process. How to serve? One is feeding the hungry. There are hungry people around the world. So this is one way. And these days, international NGOs provide that service. So we pay them and they provide service. Providing water. First is food, then water, then clothes, then helping the sick. Okay. And these are, you can see, symbolic. What kind of help we can give, what kind of service we can give to the community. It can be, you can see, washing the car or mowing the old people's lawn and clearing the garden, things like that. All kinds of things are here. And another is here, the elderly and the sick. Okay. Another is here in the community, feeding the people. And another is clearing the area of the neighborhood by mobilizing the neighbors and clearing the area. So these are the ways we can serve. Thank you very much. And I didn't take long. I made it short. So if you have any questions, there is my email here. So first you have a chance to ask me questions. Then I will go first to Brother Peace Muslim afterwards to speak about his experience. Okay, so it's your question first. Any questions or comments? How did you feel? How did you like? I can see Dr. Potri, a long time sister from Philippines, also joined. And Brother Ajmal joined. Brother Hanis, mashallah, from Sri Lanka. Okay. So anybody who wants to ask a question or make a comment, please do it. And afterwards, we will go to learn from your experience of serving the community in any form, personally or in an organization. So anybody? You can unmute and ask a question or give a comment. Okay, if there is nothing, I will ask Brother Peace Muslim from Cambodia, who I think you are still head of IDB Graduate Association of Cambodia, right?
Yes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Please share your experience.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Mamoon, to have given me the opportunity to share some experience from Cambodia. And I have now my president of Cambodia Muslim Student Association and my president of the Islamic Medical Association, and now it become another association of the IDB graduate student. So it is,
MashaAllah.
yeah, there are activity on social service to the community. For the Muslim Student Association, is focus on the social service for the provide that mean humanitarian relief, and for the program of the building malls, building the school of primary school of Islam, and for the open center, and we provide for contract with the other donor from the Hasanah from Turkey to provide the nutrition for the orphan children in Cambodia, and we have the for the female hostel to build female hostel for the female who study in from the province study in the city. So we provide accommodation for the female student in Phnom
That's
Penh.
really very important task to provide hostel for female students to study in university, because they need a secure place where they can live as Muslim girls, and it is really great service. So yes, so everyone please follow the types of service being provided, so that you can also do the same if possible in your area. Please continue.
And for we have the program of the in Ramadan for provide a food package to the poor needy people, and provide for the humanitarian relief or urgent relief for the disaster for the
Right.
impact disaster, and provide provide the people who is impacted by COVID-19. We provide a food package to the poor people who really need of the people who impact of the COVID-19.
How do you find those poor people who need your help?
The donor, we appeal to the donor like Arab Emirates or like.
No, I mean you are collecting funding from the donors.
Yeah.
But how do you know who to help? How do you find out?
We cooperate with the Red Cross of Emirates Red Cross. We cooperate with the Muslim Health Fund International, Muslim Health Fund, and Hasanah organization in Turkey. So we.
You see, this is the point I was. You can also cooperate with other Muslim organizations who are doing works like the Peace Muslim is describing, so that when you work with others, then it's easy to know where the poverty is, where the needy people are. That's important. Okay, so please continue.
We have another program also for the program of Kurban, for the Kurban for every year, Kurban. And for another, we have the training local like the computer training to the local of countryside, far from
the villages.
Yeah, community training computer in English language for the basic primary. And another is for the skill training. We provide tailor clothes dressing for
so sewing machine. So sewing machine. Okay.
Yeah. This is for the Muslim Student Association. For the Medical Association of Cambodia, we provide for the healthcare service mobile clinic to the service to the country local, and we have every year we do the circumcision for free to the local community, and we provide for the service like also the food package to the poor with our service. Yeah. And we have the cooperate with some organization to provide eye cataract surgery to the community also. And another is for the IDB graduate student, we encourage the student, we collect the money from the graduate student to for the support another the new generation student. And now we have we can afford to provide three students for the we use our own graduate student to have to provide to support the school fee of the but under the guideline of the IDB scholarship program.
Right. Just for the information of everybody else, the IDB is Islamic Development Bank where I worked, and that's how that's where he's an IDB scholar, Brother P is Muslim. IDB gave scholarship, but the IDB gives loan scholarship, and the money when they get into jobs, they pay money every month. We recommend 10% of their salary, net salary, not gross salary, so that this money will be recycled. This money is not given to IDB, but to a local trust, and they recycle it to give loan scholarship to others who cannot study without this support. So this is what Brother Peace Muslim is involved in. He himself is an IDB scholar, and he's helping others through this money. He has paid his money, his loan he has paid, and now he's helping others to get the loan scholarship who would otherwise have. It's a free loan, meaning no interest. So this is what Brother Peace Muslim is involved in. Very good, mashallah. You are involved in a great deal of community service. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I want to ask Dr. Potri. She has been long doing community service she's a medical doctor, but she has been doing a lot of service in Philippines. So if you'd like to share your experience, like we have heard from Brother Peace Muslim in Cambodia. Dr. Potri, are you able to talk? I know you are in Manila for treatment or maybe your relative's treatment. Okay, I'll come back to you. Let me go to Brother Sarkar. I think you are in Hong Kong, and he has been involved in a lot of mosque projects to provide a religious service to the people. Several mosques have his contribution. So Brother Sarkar, if you would like to share your experience. Are you there? If you can open mic like Brother Peace Muslim, so I know who is there, so or who is not busy, who can contribute. Brother Hani is from Sri Lanka. He has been very active in serving the community in Sri Lanka. So perhaps Brother Hanis, you can share some of your experience of service. Anybody can raise your digital hand so you can share. Nobody's talking. Okay, is it Sister Sahara? Would you like to share something? Sister Sahara? I can see all the names, but I can't get anybody to respond. Brother Ajmal, would you like to share your service? Nobody? But I can see 12 names, including me. Brother Maqsudul Alam. Brother Maqsudul Alam, are you there? Or maybe there is problem in terms of. I will ask the MC because the MC himself, Brother Abu Bakr, has been doing a lot of work in the community. So anybody who is available, please share. But Brother Abu Bakr, please, you share your community service experience. So that like Brother Peace Muslim has a lot of range of services, and he mentioned 3 organizations. So a lot of those who are active, they get involved with more than one organization. I'm also involved in several organizations. So please, Brother Abu Bakr, if you kindly share your experience of serving the community in various ways.
Actually, I was not able to contribute a lot in terms of community service. Actually, I've just confined myself to the dawah part.
Yes,
For
this is
example,
community service. You are trying to save them from hellfire. This is great
particularly,
service.
I'm just concentrate on the dawah. So
Yes.
maybe we lack of community service actually. For example,
No, this
for
is
the
dawah is a great service. So share your dawah work
okay,
because
okay,
you
okay.
are guiding people to the right
Yes.
path, and this is an excellent service. In fact,
Okay.
all Muslims are required to do it. Instead, I should have added dawah in my presentation because it's also community service. Go ahead.
Okay. In terms of dawah, I think the more I do, the more I involve, the more I learn. Actually, it's something like this. Because if, for example, I'm just entertaining some guests entering the mosque, when we find that what we are going to discuss with them, because we have no PowerPoint, we have no projector, of course, I will bring my own iPad. But the thing is, we can only talk about masjid, the architecture, no idol. And the other thing I want to talk is about our prayer. Then the more I talk about prayer, the more I do the research about the salat. From the literal meaning, salat actually means connection, something like this. So, and then the more I think about, go into deep of this topic. So maybe I'll just use analogy to explain to people why we have to pray so many times a day. Because for them, pray is just maybe once a week. But why
yes,
Muslim,
once a week, 2 hours
once a
church
week,
service.
Yes. So then the more I research, the more I do. And then sometimes I also learn from the non-Muslim. Once upon a time, when I talk to a non-Muslim, and then the Azan came, then I said to him that, oh, we have to stop talking because I'm going to start praying. And then what she said to me, he just gave me one word. She said, enjoy. Enjoy. It struck me because usually we enjoy the movie, we enjoy the show,
right.
We enjoy the meal. But for Salat, we seldom use the word enjoy. From the very beginning, we are told that this is our obligatory duty.
Very powerful word. To enjoy Salah is really powerful.
Yeah, so I really, it struck me at that time. So I'm now trying to put in this way, Salah is not a task, not a burden, of course. If you think it's a burden, you have to do it, you do it, but you will not get benefit. But if you think it's just enjoy, just like you really enjoy the thing, you do it. For example, enjoy the meal.
Maybe we can say that if we are not enjoying, then we are not benefiting.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Very good.
So this is from my own experience, from my limited experience of dawah.
So how do you do the dawah work? In the street?
We have street dawah. And also we have this mosque open day. But now I just want to relate one thing to you, maybe to all the audience. The Christian missionary work, particularly target Muslim, they are very active. My son just told me yesterday, he was in the halal canteen inside the Hong Kong U campus.
Right.
And then he found that one Christian worker, he is approaching the Muslim. He's approaching the Muslim because he approached the Pakistani.
Okay.
In Hong Kong, the Muslim, Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, because he didn't approach my son. My son is a Chinese ethnic, but
Okay,
he
that's
talked to
why
the,
because he was Chinese, so they didn't think he was Muslim.
yes, but my son was aware that these Christians, they are sitting around the madrasa of Hong Kong U. They're just stationed
Okay.
there. Yeah. They are
Is
targeted
that the same case in Cambodia also? Cambodia also the Christian missionaries work, and do they target Muslims?
In Cambodia, sure, they target Muslim, but mostly
Okay.
target on Buddhist population.
Okay, what's the population of Muslims in Cambodia? What?
About 5%.
5%.
Yeah.
Okay, which is nearly UK is the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brother Abu Bakr, tell us about, maybe have you had any difficulty in the dawah work?
I think sometimes you
Anybody
have
objected
to,
or anybody misbehaved or anybody's made
no,
bad?
okay. I think we need to, because now Hong Kong, I think, is still a free society. As long as you
Yes.
obey the rule of law,
Right.
you don't try to destabilize the public order. So you are free to preach Islam. But particularly Islam is talking about peace, but it
Right.
requires some wisdom. It requires some wisdom to do the da'wah. So
Right.
some people, they are more interested. You can give them more information. But some, they are just want to know a little bit more. They just want to come to the mosque to take a picture.
Okay,
Then,
okay.
yeah, so let it be. So maybe they have some idea about Islam in the in this time. But maybe hopefully, less in future, maybe after one or two incidents, they may come to realize that Islam may be their way of life. But it
Yes,
is
in fact,
we give just some information, as long as information, but Allah give hidayah.
of course, in the mosque, they will feel different. They will see that they are all standing equally together. They will see Allah will put something in their hearts when they visit a mosque and meet Muslims and see that there's rich and poor standing next to each other.
I can see that from my experience, there are many different reasons why they come to the mosque. Some of the people, they are professional. They have living in Hong Kong they may be living near the mosque, but they never come inside.
La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. A Muslim living near a mosque and not coming to the mosque.
Muslim. They are not Muslim.
Oh, okay. So, in fact, it's a mosque's duty to go to the neighbors first, so that instead of complaining, they will protect the mosque.
Yes.
So this is what I tell all the mosque committees, that they should do the same. Brother P. Muslim, you can also advise the mosque committees that their neighbors are their priorities, and non-Muslim neighbors. That should be important. And tell us about dawah work in Cambodia, because in Hong Kong
they are very active of tabligh, Jamaat tabligh.
Okay.
Jamaat tabligh, and they're very active. And then every village now they have the activity. They have their leader of the Jamaat tabligh. And
okay.
Yeah, and they do a lot about how to da'wah, like they are follower of the Muslim Tabligh guidelines.
Okay, when you provide service under whichever organization, then you can also do da'wah with it, that to give them to tell them that they should read tafsir 10 minutes a day and hadith 5 minutes a day, so that they can get a little bit of dose of Quran and hadith every day. That would help them. And what Brother Abu Bakr said, to pray with connection rather than not just attendance, but attention. So this way, the prayer can actually improve their life and improve their emotional stability. So when you give material things, you can also give them advice, and the organizations can tell them that, look, come back to Allah and Rasul more, improve your performance spiritually and in piety, you will gain more in dunya. And of course, after dunya is finished, then we are safe. Otherwise, we are not safe. On this issue, for all of you, for non-Muslim dawah, I have a formula, which is not part of the presentation today, but it should be, dawah work should be part of this community service, is I tell people that, look, there are 3 questions that every one of you need to know. Where do I come from? Why am I here in this dunya? Where am I going after death? These are all personal questions they should think about, and I tell them, read Bible, read Torah, and read Quran, and anything else you want to read, for you to decide what to do. And then I say, my formula is safe. S for search the truth with open mind. So you tell them, search the truth about the reality of this creation and all that. So search the truth with open mind, without prejudice. And when you find it, your heart is saying it is the truth, have the courage to accept it. So search first, accept when you find it, then follow if you have accepted it, and then evaluate progress. So search, accept, follow, evaluate, S-A-F-E, safe. To be safe, follow the safe formula. So you can tell them, and to non-Muslims, this is, I don't say accept Islam. I simply say you decide, but you have to search it. You have to study it. And I mentioned 3 books. I first mentioned Bible, then Torah, and then Quran. And you know, in the Western world, I have been studying the Muslims, new Muslims. They said 80% of them said they found Islam in Quran. So give them Quran in their language without the Arabic to non-Muslims. And I'm involved with Al-Quran Academy London as a charity, which distributes Quran, Arabic with their language. There are 8 languages now. So Arabic with the language for Muslims and without Arabic for the non-Muslims. So this is something you can all do. Okay, let me ask anybody else here who wants to share experience. I was hoping that Dr. Potri, long time in community service. Are you able to share something, Dr. Potri? Anybody else? Because we have good experience from 2 brothers from Cambodia and from Hong Kong. Really good experience for us. Brother Hanis, are you there from Sri Lanka? Brother Hanis, I know him. Anybody else? Brother Naeem and Brother Ajmal, Brother Maksudul Alam. Nobody is able to speak. I had a message from Sister Sahara that she was listening with attention, but she's unable to share her experience this time round. So anybody else wants to say something? I can say in terms of my experience, there are certain other things you can do that all of you can make a note. For example, in my village, my uncle wanted to help the poor because we are #1 family in our village. So he wanted to give away money. So I said, instead of giving away money, give them something to generate income. So buy some poultry, maybe buy a goat or some fish for their fish farming, and give them as, okay, Brother Ajmal is also saying that I'm listening from Sri Lanka. Thank you, Brother Ajmal, for the message. So I was saying that in that village, so my uncle said, okay, how to raise funds? I said, okay, in Ramadan, everybody pays. So let's start with our own family. They are distributed in UK, USA, and Bangladesh. Those who are in good jobs or businesses. So every Ramadan, they will pay, in current terms, it would be £50. They will pay £50 each Ramadan to him, and what he will do is give as interest-free loan to buy things that will generate income. So this way, after 3 years, my uncle, I went to Bangladesh, and my uncle said, it was your idea. Now we have given 26 families an income. 26 families in 3 years, they earn their own living and they have paid back. And poor people are better in paying back than rich. I can tell you that. So this is one project. This way you can do another project is scholarship that Brother Peace Muslim was mentioning. That fund, instead of IDB's fund going to scholars like Brother Peace Muslims and him paying, we collect donation and give as scholarship. But in Bangladesh, because I'm not there, I've been in UK for 50 years. So I cannot do it as a loan scholarship scheme and recover the money. This work is difficult when I'm not there. So we collect donation primarily from relatives, and then give away for people to study in primary school and secondary school, because that's where the foundation is. Then they may be able to go forward themselves. So, but only one student is getting university scholarship, because that's within the relative, because relatives have more right than non-relatives. So this way, there is the economic income generating support and interest-free loan, and then the study support, which can also be interest-free loan. So this way people get up. I can tell you also that the IDB scholarship program, Islamic Development Bank scholarship program, started in 1983 with India, Sri Lanka, and Kenya, 3 countries. So in India, what happened, I met the medical chief of Aligarh Muslim University, which is one of the biggest universities, and he is the chief medical officer of that university. So I talked to him, and he said in 1983, he was really stuck because he couldn't study in university. His father died. And it is at that time that IDB scholarship program was announced. And he was able to get it because he was a good student, because we had a policy of giving a student who is talented but poor. So he was talented and poor because his father died, income stopped. So he's now, he not only paid back his interest-free loan scholarship from IDB to the local trust like Brother Peace Muslim, but he's the chief medical officer of possibly 50,000 students of that university. So you can understand, without that, he said he would not be doctor. So this is what we can all think about. Education can change the way people survive and prosper, because part of community service is to give them sponsorship in education, because that will be lifelong contribution for that person. And also because Brother Peace Muslim is an IDB scholar, he's also connected with other IDB scholars in other countries. So that provides an international network, so he can do business with them. He can share professional topics with them. So that's another thing. We can connect people to other people that we know. I'm connected because of IDB with 60 countries. So this way, this is also community service. If somebody needs business, I connect 2 business people. Like in South Africa, Muslims are the dominant, big businesses are owned by Muslims. In Sri Lanka, same thing, big businesses, at least when I went there before the trouble against Muslims, Muslim businesses were the top in Sri Lankan economy. So if they are connected, they can do business with each other. And also same thing, IDB graduate associations around the world, they can also do professional business with each other as kind of not just network of scholars, but also network of, they can promote Muslim business to Muslim business in different countries. Like Hong Kong is a business hub. Brother Abu Bakr can help connect with Muslim businesses there if anybody wants it. So this way, we can do more than just have a session here. Anybody else with any good ideas and good experience? Today, I was hoping that our Dr. Potri has been probably in community service for no less than 20, 30 years. As a medical doctor, she's helping the Muslims in Mindanao, the Muslim area of Philippines. So, but she must be having some problems, so she could not speak, inshallah. So then I will be bringing in some guest speakers in future because I know many of them, and it will also be bring more variety to this session, inshallah. As you know, it is every second Sunday at 3 p.m. Hong Kong time. And it is now 7 p.m. UK time because we are back to Greenwich Mean Time and not summer time, which is artificially added, 1 hour added. So this is how I can see somebody's just joining in. It's written in Bangla, so I assume it's from Bangladesh. Brother Ishaq Sarkar. Brother Ishaq has been involved in many mosque building and varieties of community service. So Brother Ishaq, can you share some of your community service experience? Here is Brother Ishaq. Are you in Hong Kong or Bangladesh?
Assalamu alaikum. Brother, I'm in Hong
Salam.
Kong. I'm having problem in my Zoom, so I'm fixing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now,
sorry. Yeah. Tell me.
Please share your experience in terms of serving the community. We have heard from.
How about in Hong Kong? You're talking about in Hong Kong?
In Hong Kong, we have heard from Brother Abu Bakr about Dawah, but any community, other type of community service that you have done, please share so everybody can learn from you.
Normally, we are working in Hong Kong. All Brother Abu Bakr also with us, Brother Yusufi also with us. We are working, but last 2-3 years because of the COVID, not able to work. I was in Bangladesh, just back. Alhamdulillah, we'll start to work. We're working for the mosques, and I knew one madrasa with develop. So with that madrasa also we're working. So Alhamdulillah, we'll be start again to work all together. Just I come
Very
back
good.
and then So we still, Brother Yusufi and ourselves also we're working for Xiangshi Murji. You heard that the big
Yes,
project.
I heard that.
We are still working on this. Inshallah, if Allah Rahmat, then we have to can carry on that work.
Yes, you talked to me about it in 2019.
Yes,
when I went there.
Yes.
Mashallah.
I personally, I work with the Murjid Ibrahim Ibu Hard, I think. Alhamdulillah, I got from the land and we did it for 2012, no, 11.
Mashallah,
Mashallah. Is running, Alhamdulillah, this running. And then the second project, this is the Xiangshi Mosque, but we're still working. And Alhamdulillah,
in the mosque, there is a particularly good service you can provide for the community. The imam can prevent and resolve family problems and neighbor problems, husband-wife problems and parent-children problems. These are important roles that imam can play. So you can promote it in different mosques, Brother Abu Bakr and Brother Ishaq Sarkar.
Inshallah.
Because the imam can play that role. And also, I was talking to Brother Abu Bakr that the non-Muslims near the mosque should be the first target to know about Islam and it is their choice to accept or not accept, but at least they understand. This is important, because that will bridge the ignorance. That will remove the ignorance. But the Peace Muslim, you can also promote the same in the mosques in Cambodia, that the imam should help any relationship problems, particularly in the family and in neighborhood. Neighbor to neighbor problems, this imam can play a role. Plus the madrasa that Brother Ishaq Sarkar was talking about. All mosques should have this facility of teaching children, but also adults. The adults need to know not just how to pray and how to read Quran properly, but also why pray. Why is also important, so that they feel that this is important for them in dunya and akhirah. So this is good. How many mosques have you been involved to build, Brother Ishaq? You are mute. You are mute.
Yeah, I involved with the 2 mosques and a few madrasa. And also
MashaAllah.
I'm working with the cemetery in Hong Kong. Inshallah,
Cemetery, that's another great service.
another
Great community service.
Inshallah, you accept it. Then we have another cemetery in Hong Kong.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Brother Peace Muslim, do you have Muslim cemetery?
We have Muslim cemetery in Hong Kong.
No, I mean in Cambodia. I'm asking Brother Peace Muslim, is there a Muslim cemetery?
We don't have a Muslim.
So you can learn from the Hong Kong brothers how to get it done. So, brother, if you put Brother Abu Bakr, I will give the number to Brother Yusuf of Brother Peace Muslim, so you can advise both Brother Ishaq and Brother Abu Bakr can advise Brother Peace Muslim.
Inshallah.
Yeah, okay,
because
okay.
it is
Inshallah,
a very
inshallah.
important community need.
Yes, sure, sure.
Because, and also the mosques can also support the bereaved family in terms of they need that moral, emotional support at that time because they have lost somebody. So this is also important for us as a community service, because the distress moment is the service moment and a very rewarding moment for those who provide it. So in terms of madrasa, Brother Peace Muslim, Cambodia, you have madrasas running?
Madrasah learning?
Madrasa, do you have madrasa in mosques? Usually it's based in mosques. Madrasa means Islamic school, Islamic learning, Quran, Hadith learning.
Mostly primary, basic.
So you can also promote it, because learning from Quran and Hadith and the Prophet's life are the most important learning for a Muslim.
Yeah, we have.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
So, okay, so alhamdulillah, we have at least we have learned from 3 experienced people today. For information of Brother Ishaq, Brother Peace Muslim is an Islamic Development Bank scholar. He won scholarship and he became a doctor, and now he's a leader of IDB Graduate Association in Cambodia, and involved with Muslim students, 3 organizations I think you mentioned, and providing a lot of service. One of the services which you can also consider in Hong Kong is a female dormitory, Muslim female dormitory, for them to live in safe environment.
We have, brother, we have the few dormitory. Alhamdulillah, some brother is helping them in Hong Kong.
Excellent, excellent. This is
In
very
the
important.
overseas, all are from overseas Muslim brother and sister. They study in the university in Hong Kong, and we are helping them to the needed. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So, mashallah. So we have done well for today. We missed some others expressing. Today I didn't take half an hour. I finished quickly so that I can hear more. And indeed, the 3 of you have enriched the discussion. Inshallah, we will have it again on, that would be 11th of December, would be second Sunday. Inshallah, we meet again. Please get people to join so they can share experience. That's very important for me too. I learn from the experience of others. I can see Brother Yusuf, a very experienced hand. Brother Yusuf, perhaps you would like to share some of the good deeds, good work that you have done, not just running school.
Thank you so much for your compliment, brother. Actually, I learned a lot from you. And actually, the experience of Hong Kong has been shared by Brother Hisak and Brother Abu Bakr Ma. So I think I need not repeat them.
Okay, okay. You are in the same team anyway. You are in the same team. So yes. Mashallah, mashallah. So
I learned from them and get their support.
Excellent,
hey,
excellent.
He our team leader. The brother is our
yes,
leader.
I know, and very humble team leader.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Okay, I hand over back to whether Brother Abu Bakr or Brother Yusuf. I hand back. We can conclude today.
Thank you so much, really, for Ustadz Mamoon's knowledgeable sharing, as well as the leading the discussion for community service. And we thank all the brothers to join us today and share their precious experience. Really, this is a good platform for learning from Ustadz, as well as also sharing our experience, changing our view. And inshallah, we will continue next month, 11th of December, and hope all of you can pass around the message to your contact so that more of the people can be benefited from this program. So without your further input, then maybe we end this session with a dua. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for everyone, and especially Brother Kasim as well, who just supported our program and started the recording. So,
mashallah, no mashallah.
Thank you so much. Jazakallah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
We meet again next month. Thank you.
Okay.